We're Sid and Macky, and we're professional mountain bikers on a quest to race the best and most challenging mountain bike races around the world. This week, we're racing Singletrack 6, a 6-day stage race in the Canadian Rockies, and by far our biggest challenge of 2022. For 6 days straight, we'll be racing for 2 to 3 hours every morning, on courses that are almost entirely single track, with tough, steep climbs
climbing up a wall
and descents that don't pull any punches. We'll be publishing a video for each day of the race, so do us a favor and hit the subscribe button to join the adventure. For day 3's stage, we're leaving Fernie behind and heading to Kimberley, British Columbia, where the trails are rockier and we've been warned that flat tires are very common. After 2 days of sitting in second place, Macky decides it's time to gamble it all.
I figure I might as well go for it.
And I make a pretty costly mistake.
Because day 3 of Singletrack 6 is not here in Fernie, it's in Kimberley, which is like an hour and a half away. You have to get to Kimberley before tomorrow's start at 10 a.m. We are still driving over tomorrow morning because we figured if we do it that way, we can sleep one more night here. We check out tomorrow morning, head over there, do the race. But that means that we have to organize the chaos that is this VRBO. We're on our way to Pemberton. Currently stuck in traffic.
We're not going to Pemberton.
We are not going to Pemberton.
So many times.
We are on our way to Kimberley. Last couple days, Carter has beaten me solidly. He made 7 minutes the first day and like 7.5 yesterday. Today, I'm gonna see if I can keep up with him. At the risk of cracking, because I have like a 13-minute gap to the guys behind me. So I figure I might as well go for it. If I crack, I should still be able to, not lose that gap. But we're moving.
Okay, we've made it to Kimberley. We've warmed up. Time to start the race. But first, again, I just want to give a huge thank you to our crew on Patreon, who are the ones who make it possible for us to do these kind of races and wear chest cameras all week and then spend all the time to put the videos together. So if you're on Patreon, the day 4 video will already be out by the time we do this one. Which is kind of hard to think about now because we haven't even done day 4 yet. It hasn't happened. Patreon is a subscription-based service where you pay a small fee and you get our videos early and invites to Patreon rides and our yearly Patreon camp, and you get to be part of just a really cool community of awesome people. Thanks again to our Patreon crew. You can find us at patreon.com/SidandMacky. Okay, let's go race our bikes.
5, 4.
I thought she was going. I was like, come on.
1. All right, guys, here we go. Showtime. Kimberley, Julie, stage 3.
About 12 minutes into the race, I had to accept that I wasn't going to be able to stick on Carter's wheel. I could tell I was getting close to cracking, and with 1,500 feet of climbing to go before the first descent, I knew I had to back off. So I slowed down just enough to avoid imploding and was able to keep Carter in sight for quite a while. And I later found out when reviewing my ride data that I set my highest 10 and 20 minute powers of the year, averaging 355 watts for 10 minutes and 325 watts for 20. Not bad for the third day of a 6-day stage race.
Well, he's still in sight. but just barely. I'm hoping I made him work hard to drop me. I'm not expecting to be able to catch him, but you never know.
How's it going, Shelly? Oof.
All right, just past the aid station, and they said 2-minute gap. So, could definitely be worse. And I think this is the top. So, hopefully, I can make up some time now. All right, these are my kind of trails.
If I go around you when you get a spot. Going. Thank you. Great climbing. Ooh, I cannot see anything. You okay? Oh, God, that's too far. That was fun. Learned my lesson on day one not to go into dust bowls blind though. It's just assume somebody's down. When you got a good spot. Perfect, thank you. I could squeeze by you. Perfect, thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I'm not getting the flat. Ooh, we're not in the right gear for that. Feel good? You okay? That's why it's good to practice riding things slow. Because sometimes there's someone lying in the trail.
That was an awesome descent. Now, it looks like we maybe drop a little bit more, but I'm guessing probably on this road. And then the only other significant climb of the day, which is maybe 500 feet. So, make sure I get some food in, drink in, and yeah, see what we can do. Woo! Scree feel! Just like Breck Epic. Wow, that was quite the scree field. I guess this is the start of our climb. Come on, Macky, come on. You're almost out of it. There we go.
What you doing down there? You okay? Did they say they fell down there? I don't know. I couldn't figure out. Coming through. Nope. Jokes.
Oh, there's a moose in that lake. That's so cool. No wonder they call them rubber-nosed swamp donkeys. Thanks. Ah, the bridge they're talking about. All right, I see dust. Come on, Macky. This is your opportunity. Slow in, fast out. Slow in, fast out. Those guys didn't give me a time check, but they said pretty close. Somebody on the climb that was in the middle of the timed descent said a minute, so it's certainly closer than yesterday and the day before, but perhaps not as close as I would like still.
Made it across the skinny. Did not film. It wasn't that skinny, thankfully, because it was kind of a far way down. If I'd been any year skinnier, probably would have gotten scared. Okay, so far, the time descent is going uphill. Noticed. That was wholly predictable. All good. Except for my handlebar. Okay, we're not crashing anymore though. Yeah, I just twisted the handlebars and ouch. Come on. Please rotate.
At this point, I realized I was going to need my multi-tool, which unfortunately was buried in the bottom of my pack. Definitely learned a lesson about keeping my tools a bit more accessible because by the time I had found it, straightened my bars, and repacked my pack, which had exploded everywhere, I had spent about 3 minutes stopped on the side of the trail.
Time check?
11:28.
From Carter.
Looks like Macky Franklin. Yep. He's turning the screws a little bit to narrow the gaps somewhat. Yeah, just like that.
You flat. Bummer. Sorry.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, jeez.
And Sid Schultz from New Mexico.
Good racing. That was fun.
I need to get a descending lesson.
Oh, you broke me on that last, like, over the top.
Oh yeah.
You just, like, accelerated, and I was like, okay.
I crashed again.
Oh no!
It was indecisive and then just went over the bars.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gone from being overconfident to being underconfident, crashing both directions. Unfortunately, the cut on my knee ended up being a little worse than I had originally thought, but luckily, I suppose, there was, as the race medics put it, nothing left to stitch. And while it's always a bummer to crash in a race, I'm actually really proud of the way I pulled myself back together and finished strong. Macky had a great day and finished only 2 minutes off the winning time, a vast improvement on his first 2 days. To see if he can keep it up and maybe even snag a stage win, stay tuned for our next video, or head to Patreon to watch it early. And until then, don't forget to be more awesome.
I was such a tizzy. I shoved everything back in my pack all in pieces, not in the pouch at all. I also brought a pine cone and a stick.